was about to send a message on Twitter, but I'm glad I did.
I'm also glad you did.
I was looking forward to this match, actually. It's Kanis999's debut into the tournament.
And both players are off to the races. Good luck to them.
Good luck to both runners.
So obviously, puwexil needs no introduction. Very well known RPG speedrunner, which, interestingly enough, DKC2 is his only platformer in his speedrun gauntlet, but he already has a 45, so pretty impressive.
It's impressive because of the strats he uses, too.
Yeah, puwexil is one of the safest players out there, and definitely knows whether or not to take risks in his runs.
Getting the wrong warp, I wasn't expecting him to go for that.
Yeah, me neither. That was probably a recent addition to his runs.
He must have known he was going up against Super Saiyan Canis.
Yeah, on the other end, Canis is a very accomplished player of this game. Already has a 40, which is a top 10 time.
Right. I started following this guy when he had a 43, I believe. So watching him go down from a 43 all the way to a 40 was quite the ride.
I think I started watching him when he had a 46.
Goodness, that certainly outdates me.
Yeah.
You win.
And both players miss Lockjaw, but get the backup without any trouble.
It's a very finicky trick. Very finicky. Hard to land, which is why we choose to give it the cute nickname of Luckjaw as opposed to the level's name of Lockjaw.
Canis throws too high on topsail, but still gets the wrong warp. puwexil opts out of it.
Coming up to our boy Crow. After this egg that Canis is about to hit him with, it's anybody's game. We're going to see the 18 fakes. Only one so far. None for puwexil so far. And 2 by my count for Canis, is that?
Only 1 for Canis.
And they're off to World 2.
Looks like 1 for puwexil as well.
This could be the same issue we had last night with Conditioner and Tilly's having identical runs. Has anybody seen, has anybody seen puwexil and Canis in the same room? puwexil.
I did, actually.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. puwexil having some issues with the wrong warp in 2-1. Wasn't able to get the
unfortunately didn't get the invis.
Second try, big boy, over on Canis' end.
Yeah, so the thing with this big boy is if you go for it but do not get enough height from the second jump, you're not going to load the warp barrel because the game expects you to get there from above.
Right.
So you really have to reach a specific height.
The game really expects a lot out of us.
Yeah.
Get out of here. I just got home.
Spam your Magoos, chat.
Just get home and my cats are really happy to see me, so...
Just fine, really.
It is.
Not much going on in World 2.
As far as worlds go, if I had a choice between World 1 and World 2, I would definitely choose World 2 as my preferred world. It's a lot less ridiculous tricks in it, but it's more fun.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
Minus Cleaver, of course.
Hardest boss. It's a toss-up between Cleaver and King Zing.
Canis making his way to our favorite boss right now.
Yep.
We can expect the lava fly, I'm sure. Canis on very good pace so far. I believe he had a 420 entrance, maybe?
421.
Wow. I've seen myself get 422s maybe sometimes, but
on good days.
on very good days.
Yeah.
Nailing the lava fly like it's nobody's business. It's right around here where it can be very difficult to optimize the cleaver fight because it depends on how far he. You have to make sure that he attacks before you throw the cannonball at him, or else the hooks will just not spawn, and you're not going to be able to make it to the other side. So it's very difficult to optimize the fight that way, making sure that he's close enough.
Puwexil opting out of lava fly. Certainly respect that.
Ken is pointing out his what we in the business call a map derp, going up to see Funky first before going on to Lava Lagoon.
Your business?
Our business.
Who is us?
So Ken's going on to
Anyways.
World 3 now. Onto Barrel Bayou.
Yeah, and this is where the hard platforming starts showing up.
Right, this is where the game really starts to shine. World 3 is, it's a very, very difficult world. There's a lot of very precise tricks to nail.
Kanis took a page out of my book and did my Rambi dismount strat.
Harder than it looks to get a proper dismount off Rambi.
For sure.
Puwexil having a little bit of issues getting that first charge, but he's off. Corrects it.
Kanis gets Swampfly in the meantime and is out of 3-1.
For a nice sub 640 Glimmer's entrance. Could this be the tournament's first 40?
Could it be?
The stage is difficult. It's to speedrun, even casually, but every corner that Kanis hits here, he must not hit. Basically, every wall, every corner will slow you down, anywhere from frames to full-on seconds.
And it adds up. It adds up really quickly.
Right. Get halfway with no problem. I haven't noticed many errors, if any, so far.
You bonked one corner?
Oh, you should just reset then.
Yeah. Obviously, resetting a marathon race, that's a good idea.
Right.
Takes damage, but this fish is quite hard to dodge properly. Even like experienced players take damage to that fish from time to time.
Not quite getting the puffer despawn near the end too. Kanis can't be happy about that, Glimmers.
He made it out alive. That's
True.
all that matters.
Unable to do the kipple swap, unfortunately. But moving on to Crackhead, the first real run killer of the run. Very, very tight platforming. These reeds just jump off as soon as you can. Very tight rolls. Especially near the end of the level.
Ooh, Puwexil also took damage and is now solo Diddy at the end of Glimmers. Mix it out without any trouble.
Is Kanis? No, I was going to ask if Kanis was solo Diddy right now, but I saw his girlfriend right behind him.
Yeah. The off-screen girlfriend.
That's how you know you're going fast, is that your girlfriend is well behind you.
Alright, good stage for Kanis.
This level has got a very, very interesting gimmick to it, in that you're the snake, which has a questionable hitbox at best. But in order to preserve momentum, he's going to want to do. Oh, it takes damage on the first Kremling. Let's not be happy about that. But as I was saying, in order to preserve as much momentum as you can, you want to do high jumps because it's faster to be in the air than it is on the ground.
Yeah, you want to be in the air as much as possible.
Also, one of the more difficult nuances of this stage is knowing how long to hold on to that B button while you're jumping. Holding on to it for too long or too short, and you'll mess up your cues and This level will certainly take advantage of the questionable hitbox on OS Komodo here.
OS Komodo. Puwexil entering Rattle Battle himself.
Hot on his heels. This is closer than I thought it would be. Puwexil must have been doing a lot of practicing offline.
Yeah, he's keeping up with Kanis in World 3. Which is pretty good.
Performing the goal swap at the end of Rattle Battle, so he has Dixie in front for the Slime Climb super jump, leading into the wrong warp.
So he's gonna swap in water. The next time he takes damage, it's gonna propel him in the air, and will also prevent the water from raising, so that he can perform this wrong warp.
Clash in the Beetle.
And this could be a game changer here.
Looks good to me.
Nails it.
And coming on to Bramble Blast now, as Puwexil finishes up, grabbing the invisible DK barrel at the end so that he has the right cog motor. See how he does in the Slime Climb. Kanis shooting out of these barrels as soon as he walks into them is a 3-frame trick, I believe.
Yes.
Yes.
3-frame
where you
inputs.
where you can get shot out of the barrel in the same direction that it's pointing. It's very tricky to get down consistently, but very rewarding. But not as rewarding as this trick coming up. Thought to be by some as the easiest trick in the game.
Easiest trick in the game. And I expect Kanis to get it no problem at all.
I got it 75 times in a row in an offline run last night.
And he gets it.
Of course he gets it. Do not expect anything otherwise.
In the meantime, Puwexil nailing Slime Climb, wrong warp as well, and moving on to Bramble Blast.
Do you think we'll see a Slime Climb attempt from him?
You mean a Vine Clip attempt?
Yes, a Vine Clip attempt.
Alright. I don't think so. I don't think Puwexil learned Vine Clip, or is even considering learning it in the near future.
Kanis ankle deep right now into Cudgel's contest.
I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm. This bus is cycle-based. I completely missed if he got the Vine Clip. I don't think he did.
No, he did not. He went for the safe backup.
The Maze Skip. No shame in going for that. No shame in
No,
going for that.
no, not at all.
Cudgel is very cycle-based. So basically, every time that he jumps on the ground, you're going to want to be in the air, or your Kong will get stunned. And leading to a hit from Cudgel. You don't want that, because this fight is long enough. These quick hits that he's performing, getting out of the way just as Cudgel lands, save roughly 2 seconds over non-quick hit strats. So it's not something you really need to prioritize if you're learning the game, only if you're going for Bop Void %. Kanis performs the dustpan jump.
Kanis is now disqualified from the tournament. GG.
Performing the dustpan jump.
On a side note, Puwexil, like you said, it's talking about not prioritizing quick hits on Cudgel. Puwexil completely opting out of them.
Yes, their great visual cue actually was brought to my attention by Antilles, standing by that golden object in the background. It makes it so that you don't have to jump as you throw the barrel when he lands.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Kanis gets the scroll, no problem.
Yes, and this is a deceptively hard level.
Yes.
It's very easy to get stuck on the honey when you're climbing up. That's one of the hardest movements to optimize in the game, I believe.
Without a doubt. Alright. Pretty solid. Hornet Hole for Canis. Puwexil starting the level just now.
And we can ignore Canis for the next minute or so while he's in an auto-scroller. At least until he gets up to Swag Balloon. The only way he can redeem himself for disqualifying himself from doing Dustpan Jump is by, in fact, getting Swag Balloon, which I would expect. Getting the Scrolly Scroll.
Very nice.
Oh. I'm not sure what makes it so that you don't get the super jump when you damage off the B. But I see some newer players opting for just getting into the barrel with your invincibility frames and shooting yourself upwards, as opposed to jumping up the honey.
Just to completely avoid climbing the honey. I don't think it's well, I don't think you do not get the super jump, you just opt out of it.
Ah, okay. Kane is coming up now to the only mandatory trick of the run, some believe. The only speed tech in this level would be skipping those blue flitters. Of course he nails it.
Swag Balloon.
Canis on a relatively good run so far. Coming up to one of the more difficult wrong warps in the game, Bramble Scramble, as we affectionately call it Brambler. It was the most recently discovered wrong warp, and Canis stopping on those ropes there was manipulating the IDs of the hook and the barrel.
Yeah, it's a safe setup.
Getting the clash, and a bit of probably the most unorthodox way to get a clash, I believe.
It's also the fastest way.
It is, yes. Keen is having no problems with the wrong warp as he moves on to Rickety Race, where there is the only way to speed up this level a little bit is to jump down slopes, down large slopes, I believe. So puwexil finishes up Rickety Targetera, I should say.
Puwexil knowing better and not grabbing the Swag Balloon.
I don't blame him. We'll see how puwexil does in the Bramble Scramble wrong warp, opting to wait for the B cycle. Taking fast ropes, thought he messed up the ID, so he goes back to reset them. And opts to wedge Dixie into the little corner there in order to get a safer setup. Oh, misses the invisible object. He's going for a ride, it seems. And chooses to immolate himself.
Yeah, so the rope climbing was definitely off there.
Well, I don't think I saw the bonus barrel at all on the screen when he threw left, or when he was approaching the animal crate, so I'm not sure if that has anything to do with it. But the rope climb did seem a little off.
He definitely threw the barrel in a good spot, or the invisible object, I should say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that looks a little nicer.
Yeah. And there we go.
And coming into Mudhole Marsh, making his way through the Eagle Pit. Canis now halfway. Mudhole Marsh is really the complete package. You have very, very tight platforming and rolling, damage off of enemies, culminating with a wrong warp. One of the more finicky ones, depending on your throw. Attempting a little wiggle there. Oh, doesn't get it and has to go all the way back to get the cannonball.
Yeah, that's something really unfortunate that can happen if you go for the class 2 wiggle, which is what Canis went for, and you do not quite get it. You risk despawning the cannonball, which on good pace can lose quite a bit of time. Gets the wrong warp anyways, and moves on to Remedy Rumble.
This is where the Rhino's tech really gets to shine.
You think so?
Well, more so than Barrel Bayou, I believe. At least at the end, you get to do the double jump.
But top barrel, man.
Top Barrel. Gets the Waffle Bee skip too.
Yeah, good stuff.
Top Barrel. Truthfully, I've never seen anybody go for Top Barrel. Maybe Kipples.
But Kipples misses it like 75% of the time.
How much time does that save anyway? It can't be
Top
that
barrel
much.
saves like I want to say 10 frames.
Okay, so it's worth it.
Yeah.
Triggering the chase of the bee. King is now making his way towards the end of the level. And the double jump. Very satisfying to land.
Puwexil going for invincibility strats in Mudhole.
Surprisingly, does not lose that much time over non-invincibility strats, so if you're a new runner at the game, you should definitely consider doing invincibility strats. I did until I got a 44.
Yeah, it's pretty slow, but there's really like close to no risk of messing it up.
We see another Dixie Clash, the Mudhole Realmler. Very cleanly done. Canis cleaning up now on King Zing Sting. Didn't land 2-cycle, unfortunately.
Didn't even go for it. Ooh, Puwexil not getting enough height to
almost all the way to the bottom.
reach the hook. Goes for the backup, gets it.
Second try for the backup.
Yeah, second try. Bit of a struggle there, but he made it.
Backup is much harder to get than the actual big boy, I find. That roll, anyway. There is another big boy that you can perform, another team throw double jump off of that clobber, I believe. Not clobber, clamp-on, I think they're called.
Yeah, clamp on. But it's like much slower. You get it, you get the hit and like reach the hook 100% of the time, but it's much slower than just doing the roll.
Canis rolling through Ghostly Grove with little to no problem. Gets front
Shoutouts
ropes,
to front ropes.
My goodness.
Oh, good stage.
And the plink at the end, too.
Yeah.
Haunted Hall, I'm sorry, Tupac's
Library. Yes.
My apologies, sorry, I'm calling all these levels by their given names, not the names that we've bestowed upon them. The only speed tech in this level is jumping up and down large slopes will save time, and jumping through the gates at the very top of them will preserve your momentum going forward. While all along, Tupac here behind Canis is trying to show him his mixtape. Basically, he's trying to get through every single one of those doors before the timer goes down, or else he's going to lose a comm. The plus barrels will give him more time, the minus barrels will take time away from him. It's Puwexil finishing up World 4. There's a certain amount of minus barrels that can be collected to minimize jumping in this level. You don't want to collect any more than what you're allowed. I believe it's only 2 per cycle, maybe 1.
I'm sorry?
I was talking about how many minus barrels you can get in Tupac's library without getting bopped?
1.
1. Okay.
The second one you most likely get owned. At least on the third section.
Canis now coming into the first introduction of wind in the game, Gusty Glade. Depending on your position on the map will depend on whether the wind blows right or whether the wind blows left. Obviously, if the wind is blowing from the left to the right, you're going to get a little bit of boost moving forward. If the wind is blowing from the right to the left, it'll slow you down significantly. So timing jumps off of these hooks that are coming up and timing jumps out of the barrels is very key, because if you jump just a little bit too early, you could easily fall to your death. Canis here.
Going for an optimal ending. Let's see how this goes. Alright, very nicely done.
Right. He chooses...
And the goal swap.
Right. Coming into PCP. Puwexil's having his own race here against Tupac. Despite missing Brambler only once, though, he's not... Oh, he's about a full level behind. I went back on my words there.
Yeah, Parachute Panic. Really nice stage when done well, but also extremely difficult.
Right,
Taking damage in a bad spot can just straight up kill you.
Canis showing us all how it's done. Nailing with the headbutt. And, relatively event-free Parachute Panic. Coming on to Webwoods now. Avoid firing shots in chat.
I mean, everyone goes at me because I have the world record. What else can I say?
When you put a target on your back.
That's one way to look at it.
The very precise platforming here in Webwoods. He wants to make these not invisible, I'm sorry. He wants to make these instant platforms by hitting the L and the R button at the same time. That creates the platforms at a very specific location so that he will not jump through them. And it's tricky, especially for new players.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I think Mikkel said it best yesterday while I was commentating with him. It doesn't matter how much faster you get at the game. The faster you get, the harder Webwoods gets.
Yeah, this is true.
Canis.
Ooh.
Oh! That looked good to me. So close.
No, it didn't look good to me.
No.
After the first platform, he stopped and didn't have enough momentum going forward, and that's mainly why he didn't make it to the ledge.
I hope it doesn't affect his mentality too much.
Yeah. It's only maybe 20-second death, 25 at most. So definitely easy recover from that.
For it again,
and there we go. That was much better.
Probably shaking his head right now.
Yeah. Fairly easily.
Having issues with having issues with a leap of faith near the end, but makes it through.
Yep.
And Creepy Crow. Row 2. He's back, and he's mad. So he's going to send his little underlings at you. We're going to wait for the one that's not a ghost to spawn a barrel. RNG dictates whether the barrel will spawn on the left side, the right side, or the middle. This being one of the last instances of RNG in the game.
And the second cycle is the one that matters the most. So
Right.
Let's see what kind of RNG Canis gets. Optimal RNG. Making up all that time back from that death in Webwoods.
Every single second.
Yes.
Ooh, close.
Ooh. Alright.
Very easy to lose your footing against these.
These eggs, yeah.
Right.
Attack of the eggs.
As puwexil's now making his way through Webwoods, we've been ignoring him. Sorry about that.
I think he had a pretty decent parachute panic for the strats he used. So
He probably does 3D?
at least 2D, yeah.
Right. This Kane's now coming up to what he calls one of his favorite levels in the run, Arctic Abyss.
Unironically?
No, I think he actually likes it. When he first started, he told me that.
Yeah, when you're well practiced in this level, it's pretty good.
Puwexil with the damage boost save, well done.
Ooh,
very well done. Yeah, he spawned his web a little too high and landed on the B at the bottom, but damage was himself high enough where he could make another web and make it to the platform.
Very nice.
Very well done. He plays it very safely in this level by spawning his webs much further underneath him than they need to be.
Let me see the replay on that.
Okay.
In the meantime, Kanis makes it out of Arctic fairly easily. Pretty decent stage for him.
So he comes up to the second and final instance of wind, where the wind will only do one thing in this level, and that is blow you up. You can go faster by skipping certain wind cycles, like over here. He's skipping those first two sets of Bs, and holding up on the control pad will actually make you rise a little higher, while holding down will slow you down.
And puwexil makes it out of Webwoods alive. Very nice.
Another left spawn. Canis getting the B skip. And a right spawn for puwexil as well, having very identical creepy crows. Taking these ropes a little bit safer than Canis did.
Makes it out no problem. Kanis opting out of Ghetto Bees.
Shame.
Respectable.
Respectable, but shame.
Yes.
Cleaning up Windy Well here as
So
puwexil.
shamefully respectable.
I'm ashamed that I respect that.
And that was a gold split for puwexil.
It's me.
Oh
Looks
my.
Really picking up his game here for this tournament was puwexil.
Yeah, definitely. I spoke to him recently, and his final goal is to cut the twig.
Which, if he keeps going at this pace, he only needs to incorporate maybe a couple more dangerous strats, and he'll make it no problem. Probably easily cut my time very shortly.
Or you will cut your time before that.
It could happen. He bopped me once already since I started playing this game.
I believe.
No, he has a 40. If those splits are correct, he has a 45.54. My time is 44.32.
When is your race against Eason?
My race against Eason will be Wednesday evening at 8 Eastern.
Alright, cool.
5 PST. 5 his time. There's a triple play on Speed Gaming that night with my race and Jake and Reebs, and I believe there's another one in between that too, because there's one at 8, which is me, there's one at 9, and then there's Jake and Reebs at 10.
Oh, Jake and Reeves is going to be pretty good.
I agree. Reebs came out of nowhere with his 41 earlier in the year.
Well, he grinded for it for a long time.
Canis makes very short work of Castle Crush.
Yep. Ride your elevator updates. It is done.
It is done.
So now Clapper's Cavern, which is my personal favorite level of the run. Ironically.
It's deceiving.
Yeah,
it's
pretty tedious.
With the hardest part probably right here with the fish. Actually, what puwexil just did there, throwing Diddy on the platform there, is a little bit dangerous too, because if you throw a little bit too soon, both hooks will hit both of your Kongs, and you will have to start the level again.
And there we go. Very well done. Puwexil also opting out of Ghetto Bees. But I definitely expected that.
Right, and Canis now featuring his gatekeeper personally, CLC.
It used to be his gatekeeper for sure. But he gets it no problem.
Makes
very nice.
very, very short work of it.
Alright, so depending on this toxic tower, this might be a 41 pace.
Probably, yeah, high 41, mid-high 41?
Mid to high, yeah.
Nailing the Omega.
Yep.
Canis, watching Canis do Toxic Tower is quite impressive, actually. He's put a lot of time into this. I say that as he messes up the second Omega.
Yeah, but that one is the more finicky one. It's probably the one I missed the most as well.
It's the one that's definitely been missed most by the tournament, those who have gone for it.
Yeah. I want to say myself included? Yes, yes. That's the only one that I missed.
Yes, if I recall correctly. puwexil just riding the elevator, making sure not to break that barrel. His run resides in that barrel. Does the lag reduction
very well done. Alright, I take it back. Canis is actually on very low 42 pace. He can still get a 41 if he goes for the jump. Kappa.
What's Tony world record again? Is it a 42?
It's like 42.09 by fees or something.
Okay. Right. I think we can expect Canis to go for the jump, and he does.
And he does. Oh!
Oh no!
That's really too bad. I wonder if he was gonna go for it again.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, now he blew tournament world record.
And he goes for it again.
And he goes for it again. And he gets it second time. Redemption.
Very short work of that rope.
Yeah, that was pretty fast. I want to say as fast as a right side rope can be.
I thought that he was, I thought for sure he was going to go for cruiser ropes. But I don't think anybody does that anymore.
I practiced it the other day, but I'm not sure if I'm going to ever include it in runs.
So
I'm more likely to include the jump in runs before cruiser ropes. Or cruiser jumps, I should say.
puwexil now setting up for the castle chain link chamber round warp.
And this looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks good to me.
And he does, yep. Very nice.
The death.
And yeah.
Coming on to
looks like a 42, 25, 26, I want to say, for Canis. That's what I'm calling.
Very respectable in his own sense, I believe.
Yeah, for sure.
Not if you ride the chat elevator all the way up. Nocturne put it best by saying, anybody with a 42 has a chance.
Yes, yes, definitely. And my run from yesterday is like the perfect example to that. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Another example of the very questionable hitboxes on Rattly, as puwexil hits the side of the bee, but still manages to jump on him because Donkey Kong Country 2. Starting the bird section.
What a game.
What a game.
So let's talk about dustless throws for a bit. The only tech on K-Rool is throwing the cannonballs as soon as he starts his sucking animation, and doing that can save a couple seconds if you do all of them perfectly, but it's very, very hard to do optimally all of them, and obviously very risky.
Very risky, because if you drop a cycle on K-Rool, it can be very frustrating.
Yes.
It can be devastating to your run, it can be devastating to your mentality, because you're already put on tilts. puwexil going for a ride to the right there. The often not seen finishing Toxic Tower with 2 Kongs.
This is true.
puwexil on 46 pace about.
Yeah. puwexil having pretty good run for his skill level. Only missed Brambler once.
Right.
That was pretty much his only mistake this run. Would have definitely been a PB for him with first try Brambler, which is really impressive.
As puwexil being one of the most consistent players at this game, I would argue.
He definitely knows what strats to go for at any given time.
Right, he's very comfortable with his strats. A bit of an interesting fact there, actually, while I watched puwexil get that midway barrel. If you were to jump for the midway barrel as the parrot, if you were to die, you would start the level again as the parrot. So it's a little bit faster if you feel like you're not comfortable going through Screech's Sprint to break the barrel as the parrot.
It sets you up in a different spot for the race skip, though, so gotta be careful on that.
True. Kanis, all he has to do.
Thank you for the raid, RPC, as Kanis finishes with a 42-29. Very nice run.
It's GG Kanis. A good start for his ride through the tournament. We'll see if we can get him in here for an interview if he feels like talking.
If he feels like talking.
Right.
Do you feel like talking?
I feel like talking. We're going to be here for another hour anyway. We have another race to do.
Oh yeah, and Angelis is coming with us for the next one.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Always a treat to share the commentary chair with Angelis.
Oh yeah. So yeah, definitely give a follow to my boy Kanis999 for the next very good runner of this game, and he's gonna be racing it in the DKC trilogy at HDQ.
Right, the Relay trilogy, which is very hype, and I'm very sad that I can't attend it. But it should be very fun. Hello, Kanis. The Relay trilogy, which is very hype, and I'm very sad that I can't attend it. But it should be very fun.
And he's gone.
Hello, Kanis. So we have puwexil here.
Hello,
hey guys.
Hey, Kanis. Congratulations on finishing first in the tournament.
Nice run.
Yeah, thank you.
You want to tell us a little bit about it? Some highlights, maybe some lowlights.
Well, the thing that immediately pops to mind is the death in Webwoods, because I had gotten the last platform far enough to the right, but I jumped from the middle of it instead of the right side, and that resulted in the main death.
It's exactly.
To me, it looked like it was your first platform, but you might be right.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, a lot of silly mistakes like Rattle Battle. I got hit a bunch. Arctic, I got hit a bunch. But all in all, I'm really happy with this run.
And your second try jump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you missed the jump for like the first time in 2 years.
Yeah.
It was a very good showing for
Yeah,
thank you.
your first round. Second round, but
Yeah, yeah, thank you. Glad CLC and Brambler behaved as well as
it's true.
Markle.
Yeah, that
On the
CLC was
Common run pillars for me.
CLC was that's what I'm looking for. It was textbook, very very well executed. And I noticed you took a little bit of a safer route through Brambler, making sure that those IDs were correct.
Yeah, I don't want to mess with back again bird. That's when you summon the bird instead of the bonus barrel, and the wrong warp fails. That one of the worst feelings like you can experience in this game is seeing that bird.
Now we have puwexil here just finishing up K-Roll. Will be one more cycle after this one. And all he has to do is throw and jump.
Throw and jump.
And jump.
Yeah, puwexil gonna end with a time only 10 seconds off his PB, 46.04.
Very
Very
good
nice run for him.
Very, very nice run. Congratulations, puwexil. Even with a failed Brambler attempt, too, we should pay attention to that. He was 10 seconds off his PB. Was he 10? Yes, roughly 10 seconds off his PB with a failed Brambler attempt. And his last PB, which he did in his last race, actually, against Kolthor, he was a PB for him.
Yeah, I was hoping for him to keep the trend going of him PBing every race, but a run only 10 seconds off his PB is also really good.
Hello, hello.
Hello, sir. Congrats.
Thanks. If I hadn't failed Brambler, that would have been a PB.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Really, really good run for you. And
Yeah,
nice goal.
my heart rate spiked super when I managed to save myself in Webwoods with that double jump.
Yeah, very nice save indeed. Anything else you're proud of this run?
Well, getting the backups both for the Ramby Rumble double jump and the well, actually, this wasn't during the race, but during my warm up, I actually survived failing the headbutt and parachute for the first time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, from the. I mean, is that just total RNG, or is it actually known what causes that to fail sometimes yet?
I'm not quite sure. Like, you have to like go fast enough or something, but basically it's RNG. Like the easy way around it's saying that it's RNG.
Yeah, actually, no, that probably would have been a very minor PB if I hadn't failed 2-1 too. I think I just was too far to the left or something for that.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was because you didn't load the crop properly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're...
It's about like 90% of the reason why 2-1 wrong warp fails from time to time.
Yeah, because I usually try to get the Croc's eyes on screen before moving back away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd your run go,
race,
Kanis?
man. Congrats on almost PB.
Yeah, thanks. Got a gold World 5 out of it, which I was kind of surprised to see.
Do you know how big of a goal it was?
Let me see. Let's see, my previous was 843.
While you're looking that up, puwexil, we have a question from the chat, actually. Please ask puwexil who he supports in the tournament. Who is in your bracket to make it to the finals?
Who is in my bracket to make it to the finals? Crow.
Well said, sir. Well said.
That's an answer I like.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like that was an 8:34, so a 9-second gold.
Very, very nice.
Nice second goal. Wow.
Well, you heard it here first. The RPG legend puwexil claiming that Crow will in fact win this tournament out.
He's the real winner of this game.
How'd your run go, Canis?
It went really well, actually.
Nice.
Wasn't quite as choky as I thought it was going to be. Webwiz was a bit of a problem, as well as Creature Sprint.
So I'm looking the brackets up, and looks like your next opponent is going to be Nyaki puwexil, who has, I think he just recently got sub 50. Do you think you have a good chance to make a pretty deep run into the losers bracket?
Well, I'll do my best. Let me actually pull up the bracket myself.
Yeah, and Canis is going to be playing the winner of Krypton Berry and Rockin' Josh, which has yet to happen. How do you feel about that, Canis?
I mean, it's going to be exciting. Definitely going to be worried that race. They could both certainly win. They beat me in races before, so looking forward to racing whoever it is.
I know there's been some desire expressed for me to race Feral Pigman at some point in the losers bracket. So I guess we'll see if that happens.
Let me look it up.
You'd have to we'd both have to make it pretty far from what I'm seeing for that matchup to happen, though.
The two of you are not in the same bracket, yeah. Pretty much gonna have to make it all the way up to losers semis. Yep, that's what I'm looking at.
Well, I will keep working on improving my strats and see what happens.
Yeah,
Yes,
got the twig soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if I can get a run 10 seconds off my PB with 2 failed wrong warps, then I know I can do better things if I keep at it.
44 is in reach for sure then.
Very much so in reach.
Yeah, I did have an offline attempt about 2 weeks ago that was on pace for a high 44 before I choked in Castle Crush. So if I can do it once, I can definitely do it again.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, next up on Speed Gaming, we have another highly touted race between Nocturne and Blunt Bunny.
Ooh.
One that I'm very much looking forward to.
Same.
Nocturne being the legend that he is, having top times in almost all the categories. All the 90% categories, I should say. And Blunt Bunny, A Link to the Past speedrunner, and I believe now he's second place in the DKC3 90%.
He is third. I think he's third, yes, if we count Sui and Claude.
Sui Mouse, yes. The first 47.
Mhm.
Until Claude decides to beat that.
Yeah.
Whenever he's done routing out Final Fantasy Tactics.
Or
Like
or if Blunt rides some waves to take the crown.
Yeah.
True. Blunt has a very good chance of doing it as well. His sum of best is a very high 47, also, if I'm not mistaken. 47 5x, I think. I was watching his last time he was playing.
It's either a 5x or a 4x, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nocturne recently picked up DKC2 again, so I wonder how close to his PB he can get this race. And Blunt definitely stepped up his DKC2 runs recently, moving from a high 48 to a high 43 in only like 2 months, I want to say. So definitely pretty good.
Wow, nice.
And is this a raid? This looks like a raid. Fortune favors the bald. I wonder what that implies.
The bold usually implies people that are very they're bold. I'm not sure how I could put this.
The original raid message was the bold, but I read Dorfless's message, which was the bald.
Yes.
Dang it.
Or Dorfless. Classic. So I think we're going to be starting to set up this this race relatively soon, I think.
All right. Well, best of luck to Nocturne and Blunt. Then I will definitely be looking forward to watching.
Yeah, and we'll be looking forward to your races in the losers bracket, expecting you to clean up all the way to the finals, of course.
Well, we shall see what happens.
Well, thank you very much for the interview, Puwexil. Always a pleasure.
Thanks, Puwexil.
Mine too.
GG.
Later, guys.
Later.
This next race coming up will be the last race of the night for Donkey Kong Country 2 tournament. I'm going to open up the speed gaming schedule here. There may be some Metroid Zero mission happening afterwards. No. No Metroid Zero mission.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, that's a very fun game to watch. Never played it myself, but it looks like a lot of fun, and I'd like to give it a casual playthrough.
Definitely better than Fusion. Then again, Fusion. Do you like Fusion, Dustin? I'll take that as a yes.
I wasn't sure if you got my answer, but yes, Fusion is my favorite Metroid game.
Oh, wow.
Although, if anybody has played the recently made AM2R...
that game looks so good.
It is very good. It's a remake of the second Metroid game, Return of Samus.
Is the download still available?
As far as I know, if it isn't though, I can PM you.
Okay, nice. Because I've heard that Nintendo took it off.
Yeah, very quickly actually.
Yeah.
There are other there are mirrors that you can download it from.
All right. Oh, nice. Alright, looks like the schedule has changed, and Blunt and Nocturne are going to race DKC3, so if you came for DKC2, then too bad, guys. Gonna have to come back tomorrow.
Alright, well, thanks for watching, everybody. This is officially a DKC3 stream now.
Yeah.
We'll just get Namix to make a new layout.
Yeah, in 3 minutes. Do you know anything about DKC3 besides you have to press start to win?
Speedrunning? No. I know where the warp barrels are in the first 2 worlds, and that's it.
That's good enough.
Yeah, I'm toying with learning it after this tournament is over. I've got a couple directions I could go.
Oh, nice.
I might push for a 42. I might try my hand at 102%, the completion category. Zara and I have actually been having a lot of fun routing the meme categories of Beat Mario and Beat Yoshi most recently. So I might try to do that But yeah, I'd like to learn DKC 3, maybe DKC 1 as well, just for trilogy races. It seems to be the hot thing to do these days.
What about 103%?
103% does not get the recognition it deserves. It's one of the most pure donkey categories there is. And I would learn it after I'm done learning the trilogies.
Ooh, that's what I like to hear.
Unfortunately, I've been labeled, I'm a donkey main. And I'm okay with this. I go to meetings. What about you? What does your speed career take you after this tournament? I heard you were toying with learning Final Fantasy VI.
Yeah, this is most likely gonna happen after AGDQ. Either that or maybe Yoshiondo, which may or may not be a good idea.
I can confirm it's not a good idea.
Yeah. I also want to go for 1X in Dank 2NE.
And completely kill this game, please.
Yeah,
Please.
that'd be good.
Put it out to pasture the same way that with what happened to DKC 1. Kill it and kill it dead.
Well, people are still playing DKC 1, so they
True.
didn't understand something.
Unless they know something that we don't know.
Or unless they don't know something that we know.
Well played.
Thank you.
Played. Looks like our runners are almost ready to go. Do you ever see yourself returning to A Link to the Past, Void?
Yes, yes. Again, not sure when that's gonna happen. Oh yeah, I definitely forgot about 1 or 2.
I would definitely love to start doing 102. I learned up to Black Ice Battle, actually, so far. So feel relatively confident in my strats. When I warm up sometimes, actually, I like to break the mold of doing regular 80% routes and warm up with some World 1 and 2 of 102. I find doing that really helped get my movement up and to a level that I felt more comfortable with. So it's something that's been on my mind for quite a while now. So
Black Ice Battle is a good level.
that's
You do
why
as well.
that's why I stopped learning 102 because of Black Ice Battle. I'm not gonna lie to you, that's tricky for me. It was around the same time where I was convinced that I could cut the twig without PCP strats. So I figured,
Yeah,
well,
but you're so silly. Like,
you're right.
Void, you yelled at me when I said Black Ice was my favorite level.
I didn't yell at you. I said that I couldn't believe you.
Uh-huh.
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 Hello,
I was thinking of
Antilles.
doing a random 102 this week sometime. That could be fun.
Yeah.
It's always fun. Hello, by the way, welcome.
Yes.
Commentating
here,
with
guys.
us is Antilles58, Donkey Legend,
High
and,
praise.
and father of 4, which is even more impressive.
That